Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 828th Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. I'm looking at the last couple of battles that I've put on, both on hills. I can see that a lot of viewers like to watch our hill battles, so I've hosted this battle on the Pontic Peaks hills here, and this turns out to be an absolutely fantastic battle. As I say, you'll see here, very steep hill. Okay, but you'll see that it's even to both teams there. Can you see both teams have got an opportunity to get onto the top of the hill there on an equal footing there, if you see what I mean. Very, very equal hill map this. So it'd be very interesting to see what happens. Let's say very steep hill to actually climb up there for our teammate, our Germanic teammate there, and for the Pontus enemy faction there. Very steep hill. Okay, should be a cracking battle for you to watch. Our first teammate is Brotherhood member Mantu. Now Mantu's got 11 chosen axemen, 3 war dogs and 6 cavalry. Quick look at the upgrades on his axemen there, and you will see that he has got fully upgraded chosen axemen, 3 experienced stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Remember, these guys got the same morale as urban cohorts, excellent morale. And if you notice there, they carry the chosen axes there, and those are effective against armor. Okay, make no mistake, these guys can cut wide swathes through heavily armored troops like Roman infantry. Now here's a unit you don't see every day, a war dog unit. You very rarely see this used on a 31k battlefield, so it'd be interesting to see how well Mantu uses it. They bring a slight fear factor. I don't think it's a big fear factor, but they do bring a slight fear factor, frighten enemy troops. And then he's got his Gothic cavalry. I've noticed he's just got gold shield, gold attack on them, because of course he spent most of his money on his infantry. Now if you look at his Germanic army there, do you notice anything about it unusual? Maybe something missing from it? Okay, well if you look carefully you'll see he's got no berserkers. Now remember, the berserkers are probably pound for pound the most powerful units in the game, but when Mantu first started to play Rome Total War, this is the Germanic army that he bought. With no berserkers, and he had a great deal of success with this army. He hasn't bought this particular army for a long time, so it'll be interesting to see how well he does, but with no berserkers, very, very unusual. Our next teammate is Brotherhood member Scorpion King SR. Now Scorpion King has got 10 urban cohorts, 4 triarii, yes, 4 triarii, and 6 cavalry. Okay, so there's his urban cohorts there. We're very, very familiar with urban cohorts on a 31k battlefield, but there's the triarii. Very unusual to see this on a 31k battlefield. Now they've got spears. This is Rome's anti-cavalry units, but to be honest with you, I don't think they've got a lot of anti-cavalry bonus in them. I've seen these guys fully upgraded get hit head on by enemy cavalry, and these triarii have got smashed and broke and routed by being hit head on by cavalry. So as I say, I don't think the triarii have got a lot of anti-cavalry bonus in them. Quick look at the upgrades on Scorpion King's cavalry, and he's got 7 upgrades, and experienced stripe, gold shield, gold attack. So that's Scorpion King's army there. Okay, our next teammate is Star Punisher. Now it's been many years since a new clan has started on Rome Total War, so it's nice to see Punisher, a young player, starting a new clan, the Star Clan. Now Punisher here has been playing with us for a few weeks now, and he liked my Greek cities army, so his army here is my Greek cities army that he's copied here. Can you see most of the Spartans have got 7 upgrades on and experienced stripe, gold shield, gold attack, but some have just got gold shield, gold attack on. Okay, as I say, Punisher likes playing with Greek cities, and when he saw my army in one of our past battles, he saved my army, and so our armies are both exactly the same, 13 Spartans in both of our armies there. Okay, so it'll be interesting to see. Unusual to see 2 Greek cities armies in one battle, in one team here. So it'll be interesting to see how well we do there. But if you notice there, because him, Punisher and myself have gone Greek cities, we've got no cavalry. Okay, so we really are potentially putting our team at a massive cavalry disadvantage here. Okay, so we've got Mantu's 6 Gothic cavalry and Scorpion King's 6 cavalry there, so we've got 12 cavalry in our whole team. Now, will that prove pivotal and decisive during the battle? I guess we'll just have to see. And here is the other team. We have Brotherhood member Barclayman, who's bought his faction of choice, Pontus. Now he's got 17 pikes, 1 cavalry and 1 chariot. Okay, 17 pikes, 1 cavalry, 1 chariot there. And if you notice there, you'll see that the forward units of his battle formation have got 7 upgrades on, an experience, stripe, gold shield, gold attack. Just look at the length of those pikes there that enemy troops got to fight down to kill the man on the other end. So that's very difficult, especially for Roman troops. The second line of his battle formation, if you notice, has also got 7 upgrades on, an experience, stripe, gold shield, gold attack. But the last 2 lines of his battle formation, if you notice there, has got 8 upgrades on. See those 8 upgrades? That's 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. So he's certainly got staggered upgrades through his battle formation there. And I noticed his pilot shield unit is an Eastern infantry unit. We used to call these guys the pajama people, because we got the impression that they got straight out of bed, grabbed their spear and shield and went straight into battle still wearing their pajamas. So yeah, a lot of people years ago used to call these guys the pajama people, but they're pretty rubbish infantry, to be honest with you. And then he's got his chariot unit here. And remember, it's got big attacking specifications, and it also has got a big fear factor that takes morale away from enemy troops. But of course, if it runs amok, it becomes a menace to both friend and foe alike, because it kills both friend and foe alike. And of course, in amok mode, it seems to be stronger than in normal mode, which is always a bit funny to me. And his general is a cavalry general here, as you can see, in his Cappadocian cavalry unit. So make no mistake, that'd be a tried and tested Pontus army of Barclayman there. Remember, that is his faction of choice. Okay, their next teammate is RV Cornovii. A lot of you will know him. Now he has got 16 pikes, 2 peasants and 2 cavalry. As I say, a lot of you will know Cornovii. I've been playing Rome Total War for many years. If you notice there, some of his very, very unusual upgrades here, some of his pikemen have just got 3 upgrades on. Now I don't know whether that be gold attack or gold defense, or maybe a mixture, I'm not really sure. And then others of his pike units that have got 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Okay, so it seems to me he's got very, very mixed upgrades through his pike units there. So it'll be interesting to see how he handles Macedon during the course of the battle. Their next teammate is Orcs Johng 7. Now Orcs has got 13 infantry and 6 cavalry. Okay, just like to show you something here. He's got 2 Eagle units there, 2 legionary first cohort units there for extra morale. So remember, they do that, they give that extra morale boost. And he's got Samnite gladiators. You don't see them very often on a 31k battlefield there. I see he's got them in open order. Most of his infantry he's got in open order there, and a very wide battle formation there, because he's got his infantry in open order, that they spread out more and gives him a long line there for his battle formation there. Now the last teammate is Brotherhood member Vicox, who has bought the Carthage faction. Now he's got 14 Sacred Band Spearmen. Can you see the forward units of his battle formation have just got gold shield, gold attack on? Okay, as you move back into his battle formation there, you'll see the second line, if you count them up there, has got 7 upgrades on, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack on the second line of his battle formation. But the rear lines of his battle formation, if we can just get and count them there, you can see they've got 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. So he certainly has got staggered upgrades through his battle formation as well there. And I'm guessing that his cavalry has just got gold, just gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry, but of course he spent most of his money on his infantry there. So there's the enemy team. It's got the potential to be an absolutely cracking hill battle, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, at this very, very early stage of the battle, we're just about to press start, and there we are. We're going to see now who's going to get on top of the hill first. As I say, it's quite important for the teams to move quite fast, because obviously whoever gets up onto the top of the hill first will have that slight advantage there. You can see Punisher moving forward. Here you can see me running my Spartans up this hill as fast as I can. Just look how steep these Pontic Peak hills are of my Spartans running up there. Well done to Punisher. He's getting forward quickly with his Spartan army. Well done to Scorpion King SR. If you notice there, he's moving his infantry over towards his Greeks, his ally there. A nice move there by Scorpion King. Here you can see that now I thought Johng here would have put his infantry into close tight formation. Fighting in open order is not really a good idea because enemy troops get in between the infantry of the open order units, if you see what I mean, and easier to kill. Right, you can see here Vicox is moving his Carthage army up the hill as fast as he can there to try and join up with his allies. But if you notice there, I've got my Spartans almost on top of the hill before Carthage has even arrived, and I should be attacking Zhong's SPQR infantry with my Spartans, as Punisher is attacking them with his infantry. As I say, Scorpion King's bringing his infantry over to our Spartans there, and over here you'll see Barclayman there moving his pikes. Now Barclayman doesn't run his pikes, he walks his pikes. Can you think why he's only walking his pikemen? Okay, over here you'll see, as say, Mantu is running his axemen up on top of the hill there, wants to get up to his allies as quick as he can. But as I say, Barclayman is not running his Pontus pikemen, he is walking them. I'll leave you to think about why he's only walking and not running. Okay, now remember, this is a desert map, it's Pontic Peaks. You can see that it's a desert map as well, which might add more to why the Pontus pikemen are only walking. Right, as I say here, you can see Zhong's purple SPQR infantry attacking Punisher's Spartans there, but you can see I've got my Spartans there ready to throw into the fray, and you've got Scorpion King's infantry. Right, now poor old Scorpion King's cavalry here looks like it's been caught by Zhong's SPQR cavalry, and it looks like most of Scorpion King's cavalry here is going to be routed. Now, we were already at a cavalry disadvantage because Punisher and myself bought Greek cities, and of course we had no cavalry. So as I say, that could prove quite important as the battle moves on. Okay, you can see there, you'll notice that the units seem to be moving a bit slow at the moment. That's because with all these pike and spear units, people's computers find it a bit difficult to control all those units, so they tend to move a little bit slower there. I just want to show you here, can you see how short the Spartan spears are in comparison with the really long pikes of Macedon there? Can you see that? You can see the difference there between the short spears of Spartans and the long pikes of Macedon there, and that's why sometimes it's not really a good idea to attack Macedon head on with the short spears of Sparta's. There you can see I'm going to move some of my infantry over to help and Punisher there. Now you'll notice here Vicox as Carthaginians has just come up to the battle now. Now you'll notice here my Spartans are on higher ground from the Carthaginian spearmen there, so I can't see Vicox deciding to attack uphill with his Carthaginians there. As I say, you can see Punisher there pushing his Spartans into those Macedonian pikemen there. Okay, so as I say, a little bit of lag to start off with in this battle because there's so many pike and spear factions there, but as more people die you'll find that it'll speed up. Right, so here you got Vicox's Carthage army, but look at the hill that he would have to fight up if he decides to take my Spartans on there. So what I think he will do is possibly move his Carthaginian army over to the other flank there, and maybe wait for the Pontus pikemen to come up there so he can team up with them. That might be a good tactical move rather than try and attack uphill against Spartans there. Okay, as I say, Barclayman still just walking his Pontus pikemen up onto the hill. Still, are you thinking about why he's doing that and not running? Okay. Right, here you'll see our Germanic ally Mantu. Now we're going to talk about battlefield positioning in a minute. Okay, it's something we haven't talked about before, battlefield positioning. Okay, right here you'll see the Gothic cavalry of Mantu's Germania attacking the enemy SPQR cavalry here as he moves his infantry forward. Remember that that phrase, that saying there, battlefield positioning. Okay, now here you'll see the Macedonian pikes of Cornovii attacking both Scorpion King's Red July army there and the Spartans. Okay, so here you'll see Mantu is now just walking his infantry across the face of the hill here. Can you see that? He's just moving his infantry across the face of the hill. Now remember, what we're talking about here is battlefield positioning. Now if the enemy get on top of that hill, they are going to have a downhill charge into that Germanic army. And remember, Germania is not built for defence. Germania is an out and out attacking faction there. All the units in it are basically really just attacking units. They're not meant for defense. And if you notice here, can you see that Mantu is just walking his infantry, not running, just walking his infantry across the face of the hill. Now, to me, what would be a good battlefield positioning movement for him would be to bring his Germania army over here, where he's got the protection of his Julii ally and 2 Greek cities armies, that he can then form his Germanic army up behind us and then attack through our troops, if you like, into the enemy when he's ready. Okay, but as I say, at the moment he's just moving it very, very slowly across the face of that hill. And if the enemy get up on top of that hill, especially infantry, and they charge downhill, they could well cause him a lot of casualties there. So as I say, in team battles, battlefield positioning is very, very different. You know, it's very, very important there. And as I say, you can see there he's moved his Germanic cavalry across to cover his infantry, just in case that Sacred Band cavalry decide to charge downhill. Okay, now you'll notice here that Vicox has noticed the battlefield positioning of our Germanic ally and is moving his Carthage Sacred Band units over to the other flank as fast as he can. Remember, he was down here, he spotted our Germania ally, and he's now running his Carthage Sacred Band spearmen over to the other flank, where his cavalry is now waiting, loitering with intent. Okay, over here you'll see Punisher's Spartans there are engaging the Macedonians there. He's got in close with them. My guess is that Punisher's going to get some good kills here by killing all those Macedonian pikes. If you notice here, I'm moving some of my Spartans over to help try and kill the pikes as well. But the main thing here is to watch Vicox's Carthage army. Okay, now you'll see here Mantu is now, instead of moving across to his allies, is now moving up the hill towards the Carthaginians. So as I say, battlefield positioning is absolutely essential to win battles here. And so he's now positioning his troops, instead of taking them over to the flank where his allies are, he is moving up the hill towards the Carthaginians that are running towards him here, with the massive downhill bonus that they have. Just look, if you look at that, can you see the downhill bonus they would have if they attacked? Meanwhile, over here you'll see that Johng is attacking with his SPQR cavalry into the back of our Julii ally there, but our Julii ally has killed Orcs' general there, so that's good news for us. Take a general morale bonus away from the enemy troops there. But as I say, just look at the Germania troops' battlefield positioning there. Do you think that that is a good place there? Just look at the downhill advantages that the enemy team are going to get. I mean, the downhill charge bonus on this game is enormous. And as I say, remember, Germania is not built for defense. It is, the Germania faction is full of attacking units there, and they're going to receive, by the looks of it, a massive downhill attack that they're going to have to try and defend. So as I say, this is a new saying, if you like, that they used to be said many years ago, but you don't hear it much now: battlefield positioning. And as I say, you can see here Mantu still moving up the hill towards the Carthaginians. I bet Vicox couldn't believe his luck when he saw the battlefield positioning of this Germanic army. Now look at what's going to happen here with this massive downhill charge bonus. Look at that, and bang, bang, and bang, as those 3 lots of cavalry smash home, and then the infantry, look, and bang, as they charge in to that Germania army. Oh my gosh. I think the Germania general there is holding really well against that downhill charge. None of the Germania units have routed yet, but these spearmen, these well upgraded Sacred Band spearmen, remember, they kill barbarian troops really quickly. And remember, the Germanic army are all barbarian troops, not armoured at all, so their defence is very low in comparison to armoured troops there. Now over here we've got better results. Between myself and Punisher, we've routed most of the Macedonian pikemen there, including the Macedonian general. So that's good news for us there, right on top of the hill there. You can see we're as I say, killing most of those Macedonians. Scorpion King has tactically positioned his Julii infantry in behind our fighting Spartans there. I've got a couple of reserve Spartan units there as well. Over here you'll see that Johng's got his 2 Eagle units there. He's taken out the fray, plus he's got those Samnite gladiators there ready to throw into the fray as well. Okay, but here you'll see that Barclayman's troops have just got to the top of the hill, just walking. Okay, he was in no hurry. Okay, so I asked you, why do you think he was only walking? And of course it's because he wanted them to be warmed up or fresh to fight when he gets on top of the hill. If he ran his pikemen there, just look at the length of those pikes. If he ran his pikemen all the way up on top of the hill, they would be tired, very tired or exhausted, and would be unfit for fighting. So that's why he walked his troops all the way up on top of the hill there. Okay, so there's our Spartans there, both Punishers and my Spartans together. Now what I want to do is run my Spartan army over as fast as I can to help my Germanic ally. I'm going to have to try and smash through those 2 Macedonian units in front of me there to get my Spartans over to try and help our Germanic ally before he starts to rout. But as I say, I think actually, to be honest, our Germania ally has been holding really well there against that downhill attack. Okay, now you can see Mantu charge his cavalry in. Get ready for this. And bang! As he smashes in there with his Gothic cavalry. There. Trying to help his infantry out. And now the dogs have been released. The dogs are now on the run. They're now running straight into the enemy troops there. Okay, those war dogs. On 31k though, they don't tend to do that much there. You can see there that against a Carthage, a well upgraded spearmen there with their downhill bonus going into the Germanic troops there. Plus you got those Sacred Band cavalry there. But well done to Mantu. He's got his cavalry and infantry kind of around the flank of those a Carthage spearmen there, but of course you can see now that those Carthage Sacred Band cavalry are coming down to engage them as well. You've got the Pontus pikemen just getting up on top of the hill there. As I say, what I want to do here is just run my Spartan army as fast as I can over to my Germanic ally to try and help him. And if you notice there, if I can make contact with the rear of those Carthage Sacred Band units, I will have the downhill charge bonus. But I can't believe how long our Germanic allies holding there. I think those fully upgraded chosen axemen are really doing well. There goes SPQR cavalry straight into the back, and there's Macedonian cavalry and chariots going into the back of the Germania troops there. I think that could be the Germania's final last stand. There you are. You can see the SPQR cavalry there of Johng charging into the back there, and you can see the chariots charging into the back. Those poor Germanic cavalry are caught in a hammer and anvil attack. The Carthage Sacred Band being the anvil, the cavalry and chariots being the hammer. Here you can see the Sacred Band cavalry starting to roll up the Germanic troops there. Here where you can see a lot of the Germanic infantry starting to rout already there. And things are looking bad there, I think, for the Germanic troops. As I say, I'm running over as fast as I can with my Spartans to try and help our Germanic ally there, but I think we may be too late. Punisher's bringing some units over as well, but just looking at the situation here, I think we're going to be too late. I'm just seeing there's still a couple of Germanic units still fighting there. Now they're not. They're both routed. Okay, so at this stage of the battle, all of our Germanic allies' army has been completely routed. Okay, all the fully upgraded axemen, the cavalry there, they've all been routed. The dogs, everyone. So the whole of Mantu's Germanic army has now been routed, broken, and smashed there. And it's pretty bad for us now because those Carthage troops, I'm thinking there, will probably now form up behind Pontus there to rest, ready to engage us when they've rested and got back up into fresh fitness there. So as I say there, that's bad. Now we're now in a, if you like, possibly a 3v4 battle here with Mantu's army all gone now. And you can see, as I say, the Pontus pikemen of Barclayman just sat on top of the hill there, pikes down, inviting us to attack them now. And you've got Carthage forming up behind. There's a few of Orcs, Zhongs, SPQR purple Roman infantry here. You can see Scorpion King there attacking him with his Julii infantry with a slight downhill bonus there. I remember thinking at the time, what I'm going to do is take my Spartan army over to that flank and help take out those SPQR units before we start thinking about maybe attacking those Pontus pikemen there. So there you can see him taking my move my troops over to that flank in a minute there to help out. there. Let's say you can see one of Punisher's Spartan units is already over there attacking there, but you'll see I'm running my army over there now just to try and help out. Now here you'll see Punisher is being attacked, if you like, by 2 Pontus pike units there. One coming in from his flank, they're driving in from his flank there, and the other one coming in from the other flank, if you like, there on those very battle damaged Spartan units there. Remember those long pikes of Pontus there? They outrange the short spears of Spartans there. So poor old Punisher's troops there could well get taken out there. Just look at the length of those Pontus pikes. It's like those Pontus pikemen are saying, come on then, let's see how hard you are, come on, bring those short spears over to us there. That's what it's almost like what they're saying to us there. They really want us to attack them there. But as I say, at the moment I'm taking my Spartans over there to try and help Scorpion King take out those SPQR troops of Orcs Johng. I think that's the Germanic general was just killed there. But as I say, you can see me taking my Spartans all the way across there and just trying to press in on those SPQR troops of Johng. But here can you see that Punisher is taking his Spartans forward there in a close, tight group. Now the only problem with that is he's going to have the weight to fight down the pikes of that pike unit he's attacking there. But what Barclayman will do, will bring these pike units, once he's taken out those Spartan units, he'll bring these pike units in on the flank of those attacking Spartans there on each side. That's what I think Barclayman's going to do. As I say, Pontus is now his faction of choice, and he's got very good with him. Here you can see Scorpion King here taking out the I think he's fighting the 2 Eagle units and the Sam Knight Gladiators there, and I think he takes all of them out there. Right, you can see here there's a Pontus pike unit being brought over to help his SPQR ally there, as you can see, and another pike unit being brought over as well. Okay, if you notice here, I'm attacking that pike unit from the flank as well as taking it on head on at the same time. Wouldn't surprise me if he upped pikes and backed off there, which he's doing there. Can you see he's upped pikes and is now moving back out the way? He doesn't want to be attacked there. See that group of Spartans there? I can see a group of dead Spartans there. I wonder how they were killed there. But you can see here moving across there. It wouldn't surprise me if Scorpion King got in behind those pike units. Now here, can you see that Barclayman is using his experience with Pontus here in kind of clamping the Spartan units that are attacking in from the flank. Okay, so you know, you can see there's all those fresh Pontus pikemen and those Carthage units that are resting now will all be ready to be brought into the fray. But poor old Punisher's Spartans there are being attacked from the flank as well as the front. So what I'm going to try and do is fight my way over to them, getting through these 2 pike units there. Now the weight of my Spartan numbers there should push my Spartans down those pikes without suffering too many casualties. I'm hoping there to kill those Pontus pikemen on the end of those long pikes. You see Barclayman's brought another pike unit over there, make it more difficult for us to get over to help Punisher there. I've got some units in reserve that I'm just going to start committing to the battle there. But here, as I say, you can see some of Punisher's Spartan units being routed there by the tactics, the pike tactics that Barclayman has learnt over the months of using that. Now, here you'll see that these SPQR cavalry units of Johng, I reckon he's going to get up onto the higher ground and possibly smash into the rear, possibly, of those Spartan units there. We'll just have to wait and see if that's what his tactic is. But here you'll see I'm attacking those head on here. Now this is a great move by Scorpion King here, attacking the flank of those Pontus pike units there while I hold and pin them at the front. So that's a great tactic there. As I say, once again, look at the length of those Pontus pikes against the short spears of my Spartans there as we move closer and closer into those Pontus pikemen. Now watch those SPQR cavalry, see if they've got up onto higher ground, and now they're looking to smash into the rear and flank of those battle damaged units of Punishers. Get ready for this, and bang, and he smashes in there, routed that 1 Spartan unit on impact. But luckily I think Punisher spotted that and turned his spearmen to rout those SPQR cavalry units. So well done to Punisher there. If you notice here, we've routed a couple of those pike units that were attacking my Spartans. I'm now moving the bulk of my Spartan army into attacking those guys are now. Here is Scorpion King's general unit. Now he needs to be very careful and guard his general very well. Remember, the general morale bonus is very important. Make no mistake, the enemy would have spotted that that general unit is a little bit exposed to attack, and both the Carthage and Pontus generals there may well go for him there. Now the two Eagle units and the Samnite Gladiators, I think, have been routed there. Okay, so that's good news for us, and you can see now that those Julii troops of Scorpion Kings can be brought over into the fray now to help out against all those pikes and spears of Carthage and Pontus. Okay, so here, as I say, Scorpion King just needs to be careful of his general there, because make no mistake, both Barclayman and Vicox would have spotted that that Julii general unit is a little bit exposed. So there's a good move there by Scorpion King. Move that general unit in behind my Spartans as my Spartans move forward there. And it wouldn't surprise me if that cavalry general of Barclayman there charged downhill into those Julii units. He might not though. So here you are, you can see my Spartans moving forward into those Pontus pikemen. I've kept 3 back in reserve. You can see several of Punisher's units have now been routed by the pike tactics that Barclayman uses on short spear units there. You can see that Pontus pike unit there coming in on the flank of my troops there, so I'm going to move some reinforcements over there. I'm going to put some of my Spartans to engage that unit to stop it coming in any further on my flank as I charge other units into the Carthage Sacred Band units that are in front of my troops there. Nice move there by Scorpion King, getting one of his Julii infantry units in behind that pike unit. And there you are, something you don't see very often. Those mercenary units there, Pontus mercenary units coming in behind. Right, can you see my Spartans now are fiercely engaged with those Carthage units there? As I say, you can see Barclayman here bringing his long piked pikemen there, trying to get around the flank of our fighting troops there with those pikes. But you can see my Spartans really engaging those Carthage Sacred Band units there. And I've kept my general at the back. Well, let's just pause the game for a second there. So you can see here that both Scorpion King and my general were keeping at the rear there. So we're giving general morale bonus, but we're not actually fighting at the moment. Okay, now you can see Scorpion King has turned his infantry unit to face the threat of that cavalry, Pontus cavalry general might come in behind us. And there's his general there, look. Almost embedded with my Spartan general unit. Just ready to receive a cavalry charge there from the Pontus general, and there's my general there. As I say, I haven't committed that general unit yet, but I will put it into the fray when I feel that it's time for that fresh general unit to go in there. But here you can see my Spartans really pushing into those Sacred Band Carthage spearmen. But look at all this cavalry here. All this Sacred Band cavalry and wedge formation for more penetration and more impact. As I say, we were at a massive cavalry disadvantage here, and I don't think we've got any cavalry left at all now, and they've still got all those Sacred Band cavalry units there. As I say, you can see my Spartans there. I'm really being aggressive with my Spartans, attacking those Carthage Sacred Band here. You can see Scorpion King moving his cavalry forward, trying to neutralise those Sacred Band cavalry units there with his infantry. Right, can you see I'm now committing my general? Can you see my Spartan general unit now? I'm going for that Carthage general unit. I can see that Carthage general unit there. You can see that a Pontus general or cavalry general just attacked Scorpion's general unit there. Right, pause the game for a second here. So here you'll see Scorpion King trying to get in behind the enemy troops. Nice tactical move there. So I'm attacking him at the front, he gets in behind, hammer and anvil attack. But these Carthage Sacred Band cavalry are a real nuisance to his infantry. Here you can see we've already routed a lot of Carthage and Pontus units here. So our Spartans are not doing too bad with their short spears against the long pikes of Pontus. Of course, the Carthage Sacred Band spears are the same length as our Spartan spears there. And over here though, can you see that Barclayman here is using these 2 pike units to get in behind us with those 2 long pikes. As I say, over the months, Barclayman's got very good with Pontus in countering spear factions there. And as I say, he's going to move those around there in a good tactical move there, with those long pikes going to come in behind my engaged Spartans there, and Punisher's engaged Spartans there as well. You can see I'm really pushing my Spartans into those Carthage Sacred Band units there. Very, very aggressive I'm being with my Spartans. Over here though, you'll see that Scorpion King's doing well with those 3 infantry units. He's got those other infantry units here attacking the rear of the enemy troops. As you can see, Punisher and my Spartans pushing in to those enemy troops, but my troops have suffered a lot of damage there, unfortunately. If we just pause the game for a second there, if you have a look, I think these are my Spartan units. They're fought down to, what's that, three men, so you can't really complain of that, can you really? One of Punisher's men there fought down to 9, was it there? Another one of mine fought down to 2 before it routed, so I don't think you can complain about that. But these 2 Pontus units of Barclayman's going to come in on our flank as we're engaging those tough, well upgraded Carthage Sacred Band units. Here, as I say, Scorpion King with his infantry are trying to keep the general away from the cavalry general from coming in behind us there. So well done, the Scorpion King. He's doing the best he can with his infantry. But as I say, these 2 Pontus pike units are coming in on our tired, battle damaged units there. Could prove pivotal. Maybe they're here. You can see a close up of the fight in there of my Spartans there, and the Punisher Spartans are fighting those Sacred Band, those well upgraded Sacred Band spearmen there. We're going slightly uphill there. Do you notice that? We are slightly fighting uphill there. You've got Scorpion King's Julii infantry fighting in there as well. But another Pontus pike unit's coming in behind us there. Now, these 2 pike units slowly moving in with those long pikes there. You'd be surprised on how many casualties they would cause. It's looking bad over here for Scorpion King's Julii infantry units there. Oh my gosh, that Scorpion King's general's just been taken out. Okay, so they've just taken out that group of Julii infantry of Scorpion Kings, and all those troops now are ready to be brought into the rear of our fighting Spartans. Oh my gosh. And there you already can see Punisher's general's been routed as well there, so we've lost a general morale bonus from him. I think it's only my general that's given morale bonus to our team now. And you've got Carthage there. Remember those Carthage Sacred Band units? Some of them were really well upgraded, 8 upgrades, and all those victorious enemy troops that have just taken out Scorpion King's infantry that was at the rear of us are ready to smash in to the rear of our fighting Spartans there. As you can see, just look at all those troops. See, Scorpion King sent that very battle damaged infantry unit over to try and cover our rear. As I say, really good play there by Scorpion King, trying his best to help us out there, but I don't think things are looking very good there. Look at how those Pontus pikemen are closing in on us. It remind me of a vice being slowly closed up on us there. Another Sacred Band spear unit coming in behind us as well here. Things not looking very good. I think all of Scorpion King's army has now been routed. I think all of Punisher's army has now been routed, and I think just look how they're slowly closing in on my Spartans with the pikes and spears there. And that's my general. It's just gone now as well. I got 1 unit still fighting. That's just routed there. So well done to the enemy team there. They played really well. A well-deserved victory for them. Well done, guys. Great battle. But look how spread out this battlefield is. I mean, if we go all the way over here, look, you can see here, if we look here right on the crest of the hill, you can see a little bit of fighting was going on there. A lot of SPQ are dead. As we move across here to this particular part of the battle here, I think this is where we were fighting the Macedonian units there, as well as SPQR units. You can see a heck of a lot of dead there. And look, it goes over the crest of the hill and down the hill here. This is how tough this particular part of the battle was here. Just looking at that massive group of dead. Oh my gosh. You can see that. And over here you'll see here, this is where poor old Mantu's Germanic army was taken out. Remember what we've talked about before? If you can remember, that battlefield positioning is essential in a team battle. You know, if that's what you need to be careful, very, very battlefield aware where you actually position your infantry there. And with that downhill charge bonus that the enemy had there, I don't think there was any way that Germania would be able to hold there, as I say, there as an attacking formation, not a defending one, faction. I mean, here you can see the more dead here, that you can see a heck of a lot of Spartan red cloaked dead there in amongst the enemy dead. You can see it was a real tough battle there. Just look. The red cloaked Spartans always stick out on the battlefield, don't they? The dead there, you can see there in amongst the enemy dead. But so well done to the enemy team, a well deserved victory there. As I say, Barclayman just walked his pikes all the way up on top of the hill there to keep them fresh, ready to put straight into the battle if needed. He didn't run them. Most people would run up that hill when, of course, your troops would be very tired or exhausted by the time they reached the top of the hill and wouldn't be able to fight. Okay, so the first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game there. I thought everybody played well, and I thought, looking at the troops that was left, it would have been a close defeat, but as you can see, it's an average defeat there. Must have just scraped into that. Highest kills in the game. This is something quite interesting. I think you will find interesting. Highest kills in the game goes to Star Punisher. 2,200 kills. I always think to get to 2,000 kills is special, but when you get over the 2,000 kills, I think that's really excellent there. So well done to Star Punisher there. Great kills there with his Spartan army. Well done to him there. So well done to Barclayman. I thought he did really well with his faction of choice, Pontus. He's got to really know how to use them really well now. Well done to Cornovii. Very aggressive there. He didn't quite get 1,000 kills, so he'll probably be a bit disappointed with his kills there. Well done to Johng. He didn't get 1,000 kills either. He'll probably be a little bit disappointed. And well done to Vicox. Really good kills. A lot of those kills, of course, were with the Germanic army. So really well played, guys. And my kills, 1,700. Yes, that's quite good. That's, you know, not too bad kills. Really pleased with that. As I say, Punisher, highest kills in the game. Well done to Scorpion King SR. He got some good kills there. As I say, Mantu there got less than 1,000 kills here. He will be a little bit disappointed. But here's something. One of the reasons I wanted to show this battle to you is something very, very interesting here that you might find. That we got the highest kills in the game. If you notice there, see, highest kills in the game, second highest kills in the game, and third highest kills in the game. So we got first, second and third highest kills and still lost the battle. How unusual is that? How often would you see first, second and third kills in the losing team? Very, very rare, I would suggest there. So, as I say, I just thought this was quite an interesting battle to show you. Do you think that either team had faction advantage? I mean, we had two Greek cities armies, Rome and Germania, in our team. So, would you think that we might have faction advantage? They had Pontus, Macedon, Rome and Carthage. Very diverse team they had there. So, do you think either team's got faction advantage there? I hope you enjoyed this battle. Please leave a comment if you did, and bye for now.